21 points for Sam Lecolot.
Sam Lecolot 3 for 3 here in the first 5 minutes of the game.
He was 3 for his last 16 from the outside. He's already hit one from deep, a couple on the inside as well. And the Bengals so far just 1 for 9, 0 of their last 7. They're trying to get settled in here in this 9-3 game. Darling to Daberkow. The mid-range jumper is smooth. Daberkow
in it by rebounding, which we have said on a number of occasions already. Dylan Darling hasn't got going yet.
O'Neal out to Daberkow. One bounce, that left-hand floater cuts the lead. Puts Zephyr on his hip. Goes out to Daberkow. He looks inside. Green turns around with the left. It's blocked by McMahon. Collected by Daberkow.
In scoring in Daberkow and Lecolot. Daberkow with 6, Lecolot with 7.
Well, you said in the pregame that was going to happen.
Of course I did. Of course I did. Yeah.
Dylan Darling just 1 point here so far. Trying to find that groove on offense. Outside, it's Daberkow again, and the southpaw continues.
This year, 4 20-point games, played all games, started the first 18. Now he's become part of that great group coming off the bench that gives the Bobcats just such potency scoring-wise.
Daberkow with another nice jumper that's good. I believe the basket will count, and a foul.
Out of Atlanta, Georgia, 6'7" junior. Another one of those guys that we expect to be back next year.
Yes, and had played very well off of the bench.
Sets a screen out on top. Here's Darling to A.J. Bergen. He'll work wide right. Blake Daberkow now takes the pass. Trying to back Tout down. Backs up. Fall away. Jumper good. Blake Daberkow
from the field.
Carson Tout, and we said he's the guy you want to go to the free throw line. As great a scorer he is, he's averaging over 12 a night. He's averaging a double-double this season. He is 38% from the free throw line on the year. So Idaho State maintains a 2-point advantage here with 8:30 left in the first half. Darling, Abelman on him. Get it to the free throw line to Daberkow. Turn, step through, shot up. It's good. Blake Daberkow.
3 possessions. Kind of surprising considering on Thursday night, Eastern turned it over 12 times in the first half against Weber. Nearly happened again. That's Daberkow, and he has it.
Let's see what Eastern Washington gets into right here.
Back to Cook. All going for kind of a heat check there, and here come the Bengals.
Yeah, good pull for Cook. Looks like he maybe lost the ball on the way up, but a good look.
Jake O'Neal through traffic. Daberkow got it off the bank.
Yeah.
That stat just jumps off the stat sheet. 62 blocks, now 63 on the season, as Jack Payne's turnaround is no good. Darling pushing it inside to an all-alone Blake Daberkow, the junior.
Imagine the way he shoots.
Yeah,
threes.
as good a three-point shooter as he is, that's really amazing. And they're just 1 of 5 from the foul line tonight.
So it'll be the Bengals with the ball, up by 20. Blake Daberkow drives inside against Diorama, turns, hangs, shoots, and scores. With 1:20 left here in the first half. O'Neal on the attack, got it to Jackson Green. He mishandled it momentarily. Isaiah Griffin back in the game. Gets it to Darling. Darling stops, top of the circle. O'Neal left wing side. Here is Blake Daberkow, and that little 8-footer. Emil Skuta, he's got 2 to shoot. Gets it to Nunn. Throws up the prayer. Won't go. Rebound to Connor Hollenbeck. Bengals push into the front court up the left side. Hollenbeck sizing up his man. Shooting Diorama. Bounce pass. Here is Daberkow. That 15-footer straight away. Get back out to Neal. Swing it over to Emil Skuta, and his 3-pointer off the iron. Rebound to O'Neal. Get it ahead. Here's Hollenbeck. Front court for the Bengals. And now O'Neal here on the right side. Daberkow, right block. Turns, hangs, one shot. One-hander is good. 4-2 at 47-25. Dylan Darling gets that Bengal offense set up. He's got Jacob Holt on it. Here's Daberkow, left wing. 3-ball. Dillard.
And Terry Miller Jr. has his 7th point, and that cuts the Bengal lead down to 1 at 15-14.
Terry Miller's got some nice-looking footwork in that post.
Here's Dylan Darling, tries to drive, cut off, comes to the free throw line. Now Jake O'Neal takes it from the corner, down the right baseline, underneath. Daberkow, 5-foot jumper off the baseline is Dylan Darling. Back into the game for Idaho State. Jackson Green, Isaiah Griffin, Blake Daberkow, Jake O'Neill, along with Darling for Idaho State. Darling comes off the screen, reverse it, bounce down on the left block now. Here's Daberkow. He's got the smaller man on him, and the shot rolls in. Good for Blake Daberkow.
We're starting to see Blake Daberkow.
He's 6'10". He's listed as a forward and really is kind of a backup center.
There's a steal.
Yeah, the ball was dribbled off the foot, and Idaho State's going to come up with it. And here's Darling into the front court. He's got a new man out there on the floor. That's Isaac Bryce into the game for the Vikings. And here is Blake Daberkow, and that little hook shot gives him half a dozen, and Idaho foul. But the Bengals will take the 4th foul on Terry Miller Jr. as he has done some real damage here tonight for the Vikings, and now he's got to set for probably a good stretch as we've got 11 minutes left in the game. Dylan Darling working a dribble against Jalen Henderson. Stop, dump it off. Daberkow left side, lay it up and in.
That's an 11
line, and that is not good. And the rebound snatched by Blake Daberkow. That's the first miss of the night for the Vikings. They're now 4 out of 5 from the free throw line, much better than their 63.5% average on the year. There's Dylan Darling, comes off the screen. They're out on top. Wants to go inside, spins down to the block, working against Jalen Henderson. Up fake, nothing there. Needs a hand, finds it for Daberkow. Daberkow gets free, drives inside, shot good.
Blake Daberkow.
Nice spin move by Lekalot down low, but it's blocked out of there. Huge block by Green, and here come the Vandals. See if they can get a run going here as they get that one to fall 3-0.
That's the 10th offensive rebound now for Idaho State. With the left, no good, and the put.
Blake Daberkow, 6'10" junior out of Lincoln, Nebraska. And we're tied again here at 21 apiece as we approach the 8-minute mark of the first half. Here's Daberkow, left elbow, has a man on his back. Here's Bergen. Back inside they go to Blake Daberkow. 3:35 to go first half. Idaho State up 28-25 over the Vandals of the University of Idaho. Here is Isaiah Griffin, finds Dylan Darling, comes off a screen from Daberkow, feeds it underneath. Blake Daberkow reversed the left of the game. So for Idaho State, it'll be Jake O'Neill, Dylan Darling, Jackson Green, Isaiah Griffin, and Blake Daberkow on the floors. We just went under 7 to go. Bengals by 16. Here's Daberkow, left alone. The 3-ball, good. Blake.
Thing on the offensive glass. Vikings also a solid rebounding team, as they are plus 4.8 on the boards this year, 3rd best in the Big Sky Conference. Idaho State, a unbelievable plus 11.5 in rebounding. A 2-man game. Daberkow lays it in off the bounce pass. A 3 from Jake O'Neill. That's strong. Karams to Daberkow. Darling got Henderson off his feet. Unable to make anything happen in the lane. But goes through the hoop.
Yeah, he's now got a dozen after that made basket, and he's a perfect 5 of 5 from the field. He's knocked down a couple of three-pointers, but otherwise he's been doing just that, getting by defenders with a first step and scoring. But
and Old Hornet players, you can remember a couple of those games. Bosley made the ESPN one, and Freeman just made an amazing shot on a game winner in Pocatello at Reed Gym. But right here, we've got 17-13 Sacramento State. Ooh, nice feed in deep.
Foul, so that's 3-team, make it 5-team fouls for Montana State. Inbounds comes to Daberkow. Head and shoulder fake and in.
these two teams was back in 1967. The Bengals have won 8 straight in Flagstaff. On a dump down, great dribble. Look at this, under 5 to go. A 19-point lead has been drawn down to 6. Look at this pass, 3-shot, bang! 67-63 lead for NAU, still a 1-possession game, 2:40 to go. Darling being chased around by Rickwood Pitt, gets by him, dumps it down underneath. What a finish!
Feet off the free throw line extended, and Thomas Mestrov gets his 7th point of the game. And on the other end, Blake Daberkow on a little run out, and he'll score at the buzzer. And away, coming the other way, Andrew Vaughn. Shot blocked by Jake O'Neal. That's the 2nd time in 2 games that Jake O'Neal has made a block on a fast break. And on the other end, can they reward him? Well, couldn't get the shot off, but Daberkow can, and Blake Daberkow can shoot. Andrew Vaughn, and his jump shot off the mark and short off the front iron. Rebound controlled by Idaho State's Isaiah Griffin. Get it ahead. Jake O'Neal drive. Underneath they go. And they find Blake Daberkow on a pass from Jackson Green, and Blake Daberkow set 15 to shoot. Blake Daberkow, 15-footer no. Rebound kept alive by Brown. Comes to Kelly. Bengals with another 20 seconds. Kobe Kelly, left wing side. Bring it out on top. Jaden Brown between the rings. Daberkow, near side corner out beyond the arc. Skip it over. Left side. Bergen. Drive. Dump it off for Daberkow. Blake pull up jump shot. Good. Blake Daberkow.
Not much question about that.
So the Bengals get Isaiah Griffin back into the game, trying to build on a 17-16 lead.
Bengals doing a much better job of denying penetration here so far in the first half.
That offensive foul, the 4th turnover of the first half against Oral Roberts. So turnovers 5 for Idaho State, 4 for Oral Roberts. Here is Jackson Green, wants to drive against Alajiki, gets cut down, and a little mid-range jump shot.
He's averaging 19 and 10 on the season. He was the 11th overall pick 4 years ago. Idaho State's made his last 5 shots now. Daberkow making 6 straight buckets in Idaho State. UCLA still with 3 more home games in a row after this. And then a road game at Oregon. Big Ten play will begin for the Bruins at the end of this homestand. That 3 is good for.
Bengals shooting the ball well. 7 of 13 from the field, 54%.
Isaiah Griffin with the ball out on top. Gets it over to Jackson Green. Now Blake Daberkow, top of the circle. Back over to AJ. Cutting Quentin Meza, who checked into the game. Here's Daberkow's jump shot, and that rattled around but found the bottom of the net. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Underneath, Blake Daberkow off the glass left side. No, but he got the tip in.
O'Neal to the cup. Off the mark, put back from swerving downhill. This time it's Griffin off the heel. Daberkow offensive board. Darling dancing, drops it off. Daberkow's jumper.
And then again, B.J. Freeman knowing what to do in transition, getting to the cup and making it look easy. That was not easy.
Acquaintance tabbed with another block. ASU's only been credited with 5. Seems like they've had a lot more. Shots altered as well. I know that's an advanced metric. Seems like that would be popping off the stat sheet. There's an open